Welcome to Who's News. I'm Kathy Mock, and today we will be highlighting an exciting event in Austintown, the 38th annual Wycliffe Tree Lighting. We have with us today Lieutenant Valerie Delmont from the Austintown Police Department. We have Monica Devers, who is one of our Austintown trustees and a member of the Austintown Junior Women's League, and Chief David Schertzer from the Austintown Fire Department. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I know that you're all very busy, but this is really important information that we need to get out to the Austintown community. So let's get to it. So this is a long-standing event held every year in Austintown. Who can tell us a little bit about the history?
Well, I can. Joyce Pogany started this about 38 years ago, and she wanted to make it more exciting for the children to see the tree Christmas lighting. So at that time, she decided to have Santa Claus come on a fire truck. And it's time to change the location, so we just want to make sure we keep the tradition in Austintown.
Monica, I'm so glad that you referenced Joyce Pogany. She's been such an amazing woman in our community, just a stalwart. I mean, what she has
Most
done,
definitely.
and I know she's passing the torch, and it's just a good thing that you're doing to carry on that tradition here in the community. Here's another question. So I know that there are some changes with the groups coordinating the event and the location this year. Who would like to tell us where it's going to be and when the event's going to take place? Exciting.
So like you said, there are some changes, and the event is moving from the fire station, and we recognize and appreciate the nostalgic feelings that are associated with that. But for safety reasons, it's being moved to the park, and that is, if the last few years there have been a couple incidents nearby that we feel could have jeopardized the safety of the people in attendance, and obviously that's our main concern, is the safety of the people attending this. So the Township Park is a little bit more of a controlled environment, and we're able to have it there, and hopefully that will also allow the ceremony to grow and become an even bigger event for our township. So it will be at 6:45 on December 5th. That's a Thursday. It's always the first Thursday in December. And we would just recommend that you get there early to enjoy the festivities.
And I know that there's going to be some caroling, some good things in the park. Where is that all going to happen?
So the first part of the ceremony will take part at the amphitheater. That's where the caroling will be, the band will be, and then after that, everybody will be welcome to visit with Santa and have hot chocolate and cookies at Stacy Pavilion.
Okay, so that's great. The band's going to be there. We've got that school connection. Is there going to be a choir there as well?
Yes, the Austintown Band, the Austintown Choir, and Falcon Media will all be present. We rely on the schools for all that type of entertainment, and we're happy to have them all participating again this year.
So that's great. It is just a really good community event. We've got a lot of support. And what's going to be great, Falcon Media, you can watch this in the leisure of your home too, this great event. All right, so this is a question for our chief. All right, I know that Santa always arrives on an Austintown fire truck.
Correct.
What time is he going to make the big entrance this year? And once Santa makes that entrance, what's going to happen?
So we were fortunate. We made contact already with Santa. He's got a pretty tight schedule. Obviously, he's going to be at the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving, and it's a quick turnaround for the following Thursday for him to be at our event. So he's willing to come. We're going to bring him in on the fire truck. It's after they light the lights at 7 p.m.
Well, I'm impressed, Chief, that you've got those big-time connections with Santa. That's great. So what about the children and the families with Santa? I mean, I know he's going to be coming in. Is he going to spend a little time with some of our children that are in attendance?
Correct. So we envision the families from being down at the band shell or amphitheater area, kind of lining the hill up the driveway to the Stacy Pavilion. Santa will come in that way on the fire truck, and then he will be inside of the Stacy for the families to come in and visit with him.
Well, thanks so much for making that connection with Santa. That's a big deal. So why do we think that this is such a big, important event for our community?
It's been a tradition, and we don't want to lose them traditions. My children are all grown now, and they've been to the tree lighting. Now my grandchildren are going, and I just think everyone has made that their start of their Christmas. You know, it's the beginning of Austintown's Christmas, lighting that Christmas tree, and it's very nice to see the families together, enjoying it.
So we've already talked about the school involvement, which is great, having the band and the choir. So I always say we can't do things by ourselves. So I know there's been some other support in the community. Can we talk about that a little bit too? Such as maybe cookies and Christmas trees, some of those kind of good things. Who's helped in the community?
As of now, Home Depot has donated our artificial Christmas tree for inside the Stacy Pavilion. We did not have one, and we very much thank Home Depot. Myers, our new big building in Austintown, is donated all the cookies, which we're very much appreciative of that. And I've also donated the live Christmas tree that will be planted. So I'm very happy about that.
That's great. That's great. So the three of you have been hard at work for sure,
Most
making all
definitely.
those connections out in the community. We really appreciate that. So, of course, we talked about the date and the time, but what time should families start to gather at the Township Park? And will there be gardens as far as parking? And I know you mentioned safety, so Chief, do you want to take that on?
Yeah, so we would recommend that families get there early, before around the 6:30 time, maybe no later, so that way the access coming into the park will be open for the fire truck to get up there with Santa Claus. And that will allow people to, find parking. I believe they're going to have 4 or so officers available at that time to assist people in parking, and then they can make their way to the band shell for the entertainment and then be ready for Santa when he arrives.
Right. So that's so important that, all three of you are addressing the safety issue, especially when you have young children present, and they're going to be so very excited, and we know how that can be. All right, so is there anything else that you want to add before we do a recap of the date, the time, and the place and the activities? Does anybody want to add anything else that comes to mind?
I want to say that our Austintown Park has really grown, and we've had an Easter egg hunt there, and we've had the trunk or treat there, and it's an honor to be able to have the Christmas tree lighting there, and I'm happy that Joyce Pogany was willing to let us change it and understand our circumstances.
Okay, I think that's really good information. So who would like to recap to give the date, the time, and the place for our annual tree lighting event, which is so exciting?
I will do that on
All right,
Thursday, December 5th at 6:45. We will be holding this event at Township Park, and we hope everybody can join us for the festivities and get there early so you can have a place to park and still make it back to the band shelter to enjoy the school groups that will be performing.
Okay. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come in today to share all this exciting information. As Monica, you said, the kickoff of the Christmas season here in Austintown. So Merry Christmas to all of you in advance. And this is Kathy Mock signing off on behalf of the Austintown Board of Education and our Falcon Media team. Until the next time.